kind of channeling the kind of great, textures of spaghetti westerns and kind of that Ennio Morricone sound. You're infusing a little bit of that energy into this. Where did that come from, and what were you trying to kind of harness in the score by kind of maybe hearkening back to some of those great spaghetti western sounds?
Yeah, so the idea of the Wild West came from the showrunner, from the director. And that was kind of like, maybe we should try to find a way to represent kind of the lawless world that forms within the world of Y: The Last Man. And we didn't talk about exactly, how we would do it, but it's somehow, because it is like, it's kind of like a traveling journey as well. There is like this like big road trip, and somehow with the kind of heavy subject of the show, and there's a lot of darkness obviously and heaviness in it, it was a nice way to kind of like balance that out, to take those references. But it was also tricky because Ennio Morricone is by far one of my favorite composers of all time, and like really influential to me, just how he did music. But he is also so, it's so hard to just take something that is so familiar in cinema and it has such a like big presence and make it your own somehow. But it was really fun, a little bit challenging not to rip him off, but I just tried to like kind of think like what is like kind of the chordal world of it, and how can I make it as much me and weird and not Western at all as well at the same time.